Okay, guys. Good morning. Hello, you guys in there? Hey, this is Cam coming to you once again at the Crappie Hole. Wanted to make sure all the crappies and crapettes are up on the sofa. You know, we got to get these crappie when we can get them. Wanted to give you guys a quick brief of where we are. The water temperature right now is 78 degrees. I decided to come out early again to see if I can compare evening water temperatures to morning water temperatures. And it is blatantly obvious that the morning water temperatures are much cooler. When I first pulled up, as a matter of fact, in certain areas, it's 77 degrees. So we have already got our marker buoys down. I'm trying to lower my voice because everybody's still asleep. Two of the neighbors around here said, man, in the morning when I'm drinking my coffee, I could hear you almost a kilometer away. I'm like, wow. So you know, there aren't any trees on the water, so my voice carries. So you guys are going to have to listen very carefully because I can't talk too loud because we don't want to disturb everybody, being that we're out here at 6:30 in the morning. In the next 10-15 minutes, you're going to start to see the sun come up. We're going to get a little bit more light on the camera. We're going to stay out here probably about an hour and a half or so. Listen, I'm excited about everybody joining me again in the Crappie Hole. We're starting to have some success. Our evenings and daytime temperatures are going up again. We're back up in the low 90s, and our evenings are down to 72. But when we were catching them a couple of days ago, our evenings were 68. They were really kind of brisk. So the water temperature plays a very big role. One other thing I want to mention while daylight's starting to come in, as a matter of fact, I'm going to turn the boat around so you guys can see the sunrise coming up. One other thing I wanted to mention, even if the water temperatures are not, even if they lag behind a little bit, I want you guys to understand that fish also on their internal clock operate when they know that the days are getting shorter. So when they're running out of daylight, okay, they recognize that. All those things, guys, play a factor. So if last year the temperature wasn't what it was, but generally like clockwork, second week here on the East Coast, you have to set your clocks back at that time all the time. So the second week of October, we're going to be bringing our clocks back. And if you remember some of my previous segments, I mentioned to you about what time I get up in the morning to come out here, and I used to set my clock at 6:53, and it was all 6:53 a.m., and it was already daylight. Now sun's rising at about 7:10 a.m. So it's already changing, and the fish pick up on that. I want you guys to realize, and let me tell you this, they're not going to call you, they're not going to tell you, hey, listen, we're getting ready to start biting. All they do is do their thing. While you're still in the bed, hadn't had our coffee, they're still doing their thing. One other thing I want to show you guys, I'm going to show you on the sonar. One of my support guys, and one of my subscribers, who's a very good friend of mine, I fished with him for a while, he mentioned to me that I need to do a segment on the brush pile. Every year I drop Christmas trees out here. Okay, so I know where the fish are. I know exactly where they are. As a matter of fact, I'm going to pull this up and let you guys see this. You see the sonar? Can you see those fish hiding out right there on that ledge? You see that? I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I'm going to bring it up. You see how those crappie right above that brush pile and on that drop off? You see how they're holding right there? Okay, those are crappie. Crappie are the only fish in here that suspend. So that's how I know. That's a tree, and you can see the blue. Those are crappie right there. Okay, that'll give you guys an idea of what we're looking at. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. I'm going to bring it a little bit closer. That's what we're looking at. Those are the fish right there. That's how I spot them. So you can see the water temperature, the bottom number at the top. I just pulled the transducer out, so the water temperature has gone up. But those are fish. That's the bottom in red, and those are blue, and it tells me the number above them, which is 5. That tells me how deep they are at 5 feet. And plus, by the size of the fish, that lets me know what's going on. So I wanted you guys to see that, okay? I'm gonna put it back in. Listen, the sun has come up. It's giving us a little bit more daylight. I'm gonna go ahead and start getting ready to drop, and we're gonna see if we can get ready to pull some crappie out of here. We may have some luck, we may not. The water temperature's been fluctuating, and they've already picked up a couple of days in advance that the weather is changing, so it's fluctuating, so they may change. They may stay off in secondary points. They may not come up into the shallows as much. Also, like you saw those fish right there on that brush pile, they may not be active. Just because you see them don't necessarily mean that they're active. We're looking for the active fish, okay? Here we go, guys. You know, we had him on, River. He didn't even know. Right in the roof of the mouth. I don't know if you guys can see that, but we hooked him right in the roof of the mouth. And again, that's those cam action hooks. Nice crappie. Very, very nice crappie. Let me see if I can get some scale in there so you can see how big he is. Very nice. I'm gonna let him go. All right, guys. Again, like I mentioned to you, I said the line starts running, and that's what happened. By the time I reached to grab that pole, that line was all the way out. He was taking off into deeper water. So my theory that what we were discussing about how they come up on the flats and feed and take off, that's exactly what they do. So we're going to pull, and let me say this to you guys. I want to kind of, because it's very difficult, let me pull this out real quick. I'm 6'1", and I have very, very big hands. So it's kind of hard for you guys to judge the scale of how a 12-foot crappie, a 12-inch crappie is. So I try to put it with a tape measure because everybody can understand what a foot is, okay? So let me take a look at this fish and let's see. This is 11 and a half, a 12-inch crappie right here. Can you guys get a good, I'm gonna see if I can put my face in there for scale so you can see how big this is. I'm gonna get the tape measure now. I've been catching these rascals for a minute, so I can just about judge the size of them. You guys see that? Make sure you guys can see it. It's about 11 3/4, right at 12 inches. Very, very nice crappie. This is what you're looking for. This is what you're looking for, guys. Very nice fish. We're going to go ahead and let him back in the water. Still, this one right here is probably getting ready to turn into an adult. We're looking for the 13, 14-inch crappie. This is let me say this, guys. Make no mistake about it. This is a very, very, very nice crappie. Okay? Anywhere across the country, a foot long, that's a nice crappie. Thick across the back, one incision right here to make that fillet, cut along the rib bone, flip it over, cut the skin off, you got a fillet. That's a nice crappie. He's lucky today. We're going to go ahead and let him go. He danced on top of the water. We're going to get baited back up. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull away from these marker buoys right now. I'm going to get into 9-foot water, and we're going to bait back up. Then we're going to go back over there and see if we can catch them again. Guys, the sun's up right now. Everything's looking good. Hey, you guys got a good seat on the crappie hole sofa. Make sure you're holding your mouth right. That's how you hold your mouth to make sure you're catching fish, okay? Crappie are notorious. If you look away for a second, that's when crappie bite. I'm telling you. It happens all the time.